Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today we're going to show you the route from our little humble house all the way down to Paphos, and then we're going to go on the Tomb of the Kings, and we're going to go to a little market called the Duckpond Market. LeBouf, what have you got to say?
Hello everybody, how are you today? Hello, 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 a very big hello from us to you.
So, without further ado, I'll show you the view as we drive down towards Paphos. So as I say, we live in the village of Armou, and we live right on the main road, so the access to Paphos is unbelievably quick. We haven't got to go down any winding, bumpy old roads, and our view is truly spectacular. You can just see the horizon over there. Today is a bit dull, it's a little bit overcast, there's a lot of dust in the air again. This is something that we suffer from in Cyprus at this time of year. It comes from the Sahara. How'd you say it? Sahara. So that's LeBouf with her correct pronunciations. So here we are on a Sunday morning, and we're going to head down to Paphos, and then we're going to go out to the King's Road, as I've said, and then we're going to go to the Duckpond Market, which is, well, to use the word market, we'll use it in the loosest sense of the word. Obviously it is a market, but well, I'm not going to start to insult things, but you know, it's quite a scruffy little place, and it does sell mainly second-hand stuff, and if you rummage around you can find some nice things. Once in the past we went there, and what happened?
Well, because I like statues. I did like one statue of the boy, about 40 centimeters long, tall. And this boy was about, the statue was about 100 years old.
It was, yeah. It would appear so, yeah. It was quite old.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, I took to my mom this boy to Georgia and presented it to her because she loves that statues more than me, actually.
So what we found was a statuette which we believe, hunting around the internet, we believe it was something like 40 to 50 years old, made out of like a porcelain, and it was a young boy in olden times in clothes. And when we started to research it, we thought he was a poor boy to start with, but when we started to understand the clothing that he was wearing, it appears he was quite a middle-class boy, and he appears to be waiting for his dog, or his dog was by his feet, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah.
And he's standing by a tree stump. Anyway, Marika liked it. I haggled with the gentleman who was selling it, and we bought it for 20 euros. I think it was 20 euros. And we think it's worth more than 20 euros, that's for sure. But the point of it is, Marika loved it, and her mother almost died for it. So there we go. Watching Receiver LeBouf.
She's still alive.
Well, she's still alive, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She almost died when she saw it. She fell in love.
One of the worst combinations of yours.
It is.
To die for.
It is. There's a lot of people going to die. So here we are heading down through Konya. So this is the main road from Armou all the way down through Konya, and it will eventually bring us out by the Limassol roundabout. Very quiet today, LeBouf, isn't it?
Today is quiet.
Very quiet. Sunday morning, obviously people recovering from their hangovers or whatever they were doing last night. Well, what can you say? There we go. Welcome
No
to the
comment.
Driving in Cyprus.
No comment.
Here's another one. There we go.
It's another welcome to Cyprus.
There we go. So, I understand people watching us from London, maybe it's the same, but you haven't got to worry about speed so much in Cyprus. What you've got to worry about is the stupidity of what people do. But there we go. Enough of that. We're always positive. So, in another few seconds, we will get to the Limassol roundabout, which, to be honest, is a very nice looking roundabout. And you'll understand in a minute. Some people who've not been to Paphos for the last, I think, 2 or 3 years will think, what's he on about? It's a scruffy, dirty, big lump of grass. But it's not anymore. Now it's a work of art. The mayor of Paphos has invested a couple of million of our euros, and there now is a very big sort of welcome to Paphos when you get from the end of the Limassol highway. Look at that, absolutely beautiful, and it all lights up at night. There's some Easter art from Mrs. Caroline Carter.
Yeah, there is one chicken missing. It's me.
Yes. You can get in there and go. So which way are you going to go, LaBouffe? I would go down if I was you, LaBouffe. I would go down.
I'm going down.
Yes.
I'm following your
Easiest route.
instructions. What?
There's the Alpha Mega hypermarket, which we mentioned in a previous video. So if you click back, you'll find that, and maybe you can get a reference then and slowly start to learn your way around. So this is the dual carriageway bit that takes us now down to the Debenhams roundabout.
Which is Era now.
Which is now Era, sorry, ERA. It used to be the former Debenhams, and until the day most of us die, we will refer to it as the former Debenhams. There's the arches of McDonald's. This is the Uptown McDonald's. There's two branches in Paphos, one up here obviously, and then one down on the Tomb of the Kings Road, which we will pass in probably about 5 minutes or so. McDonald's, as usual, always has customers. It doesn't matter what time of day you go past the McDonald's, there's always someone there. Same all over the world. LaBouffe?
Hello everybody, hello. Now we are driving to the quite quiet atmosphere. There is not much gumbaroing around.
Not much gumbaroism going on. No, there we are.
Only a couple of lunatics like
one or
us.
two, yeah, one or two. So that's the former Paphos Mall, which opened in 2008 when I arrived, and it closed in about 2012, and since then it has remained, well, closed. So we'll continue a bit further and we will arrive at the former Debenhams roundabout, which is now known as the ERA, and it also has a DIY shop called Super Home Centre.
The Super Home Centre has been going for a long time. Never happened anything to it. Well done then.
There's always demand for DIY and that kind of thing. Everyone likes to go and rummage around and buy things, repair things for their own house, especially on a Saturday and a Sunday.
And the prices are
They're not too bad,
loyal.
It's quite reasonable.
Yeah, reasonable.
So this is the Debenhams roundabout. There again for Mrs. Carter. There's that big chicken.
My friend.
And there's another big chicken.
My
Go
friend.
straight over the roof. Go straight down. Head down to Cato Paphos. Even the sign telling us they are Cato Paphos and the harbour is 5 kilometres away. So I think we'll go straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then instead of going into Cato Paphos, we'll turn and go along the main link road, should we call it,
Yeah.
to Tomb of the Kings. So as usual, I'm in the careful hands of Miss Oching LaBouffe, possibly not only the most beautiful woman in the world, but possibly the greatest female driver in the world. Very calm and very relaxed.
Come on, Mr. Paul. I've got a good teacher, I've told you. But my orientation, what should I say?
Well, yes.
No pills to buy and drink and then to improve the orientation.
No. Orientation is something that you either have, or in modern times you can use Google Maps.
None of them I use.
No. Luckily for you, you've got me.
Yes.
Not that I'm trying to be big-headed, but my orientation, well, is very, very good. I can always find myself out of a wet paper bag. So here we are now heading towards downtown Cato Paphos, as I call it. I like that, downtown Cato Paphos. And I would be careful on here, Mr. LaBouffe, if I was you, because often our gumbaros in blue can be at the bottom there.
I know.
And they are looking for people in Mercedes going too fast.
Well, my speed at the moment is
It's
63
kilometres an hour, which is fine because we're in a 65. But very cleverly, they switch from a 65 to a 50 to a 30, as they do in many other countries, all to get the De Niro office. here we are approaching what I call the Chloraka Paphos roundabout. If you go straight over, you will be in Chloraka Paphos, and if you don't stop at the end, you will drive straight into the Olympic Lagoon Hotel. Miss Ellie, you missed a lot. We're going to go right. Yes, yes. Now, I was reading the comments. We did an especially for you for Laura Powell's, and her sister is going to get married in the Olympic Lagoon Hotel. So we're going to have to get her sister's name so that we can make an especially for you for her.
Oh yes.
Or we could just make an especially for you for Laura Powell's sister, but that's not quite so special. So, Laura, I hope that you watch one or two of our videos, and I hope that you hear my request. Could you please drop your sister's name in the comments, and her husband to be, well, sorry, I'll rephrase that, partner to be, because we don't live in that world anymore, so you understand what I'm saying. So her name and her partner to be's name, and we will make an especially for her and her or him. Right, LaBouffe?
What do you mean the world has changed and it's not
Well,
husband and
I'm a fairly modern man these days. I understand that two men can get married, two women can get married. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's a woman and a man that's going to get married.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, is any rules in England changed of better not to get married?
No rules of that. No. So here we go. We're now rapidly heading towards the big church. I don't know what it's called because, to be honest, I'm not a very religious person. I understand if my name was Ben from Bald and Bankrupt, I would have researched the name and I would know what the church was called, but I don't because I'm not as clever as him. So LaBouffe, do you know what the big church is called?
The church we are?
Yes.
It's
No, you don't. There we go, next to us. So we'll continue with the drive towards the Tomb of the Kings area.
We can read the sign on it by passing.
So here we are now. We are deep in downtown Chloraka Paphos. There's a bit of confusion over Paphos over which part is which. Some people say the harbour area is Chloraka Paphos. Some people say to the left is Chloraka Paphos, as it says on the signpost. But I would say that this part here is still Chloraka Paphos as well. It's only when you go another one street in do you then arrive in what we call Mesa Paphos, correct?
Yes. In between.
In between.
You see this church?
That church there. There's the big church.
It's it's renovating.
Well, they're doing something to it, that's for sure.
The tops, the towers.
Yes. Perhaps they've got a leak or a few loose slates or whatever it is, but they're certainly doing something. It is quite a nice building, to be honest.
It's very dangerous to be on that high, by the way.
Yes, it is dangerous.
And I hope those constructions are very strong.
This traffic light always takes forever.
This traffic light is very slow motion.
Yes.
Only for this road. Well, actually both.
Well, it seems to last forever anyway.
Yeah.
I must say, what's with the little scarf today?
I must say, the little scarf, in my opinion, goes well. This all lines goes well with the.
Oh, you look beautiful. You look beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
Very beautiful. So here we go. We are continuing. In the distance now, you can see the Cyprus Skywalk. If you go hunting in the previous videos, you will find us walking along the Cyprus Skywalk, and we are the first people in the world to have walked on the Cyprus Skywalk because it is illegal, because it has not opened yet. But please don't tell our Gumbaros in blue, otherwise we're in trouble, and they'll go and watch this video and follow us back and understand exactly where we live. Straight over LaBouffe. There's the Paphos map. There's a property seller there, Dominica Group. big property developer and seller of their own properties. We're now on Tomb of the Kings Avenue. Various shops to both sides, as you can see. There's Ben's Bar, very popular bar. Unfortunately, that man is not with us anymore. There's the Green Corner Snack Bar. There's the Three Little Pigs takeaway and restaurants.
Three Little Pigs, very tasty.
Very, very good food there, yes. There's the Indian Thai Express. The Pit Stop pub is there. So this is Kings Avenue, or Tomb of the Kings Avenue. There's confusion over what it's actually called. But Tomb of the Kings area, there's McDonald's there in downtown. Forgive the road surface, the potholes are, well, horrendous, should we say, as you can feel by the jolting in the camera and the noises the car is making. There's a Gumbaro. He's in a big rush to get somewhere. Hopefully there's a sweet trap at the end, as there normally is.
He's in a hurry to drink his frappe.
He's going for a frappe, yes.
Yeah.
That's what Marika and I always say. They're always in a big hurry to get somewhere, and then a couple of minutes later you see them pulled over, going to a kiosk to get a pack of cigarettes or a frappe. But we understand that's the same all over the world.
Well, it is indeed, yeah.
And that is the Tomb of the Kings in there, which, as we keep threatening, one of these days we will go there and make a video and scare the living daylights out of anyone who's in there. Am I right, the booth?
Yes. We have a good plan
We have a
about
good
top
plan.
of it.
Yes.
Don't get scared.
There's no doubt some of the tourists in there are going to be wondering what the hell is going on. There we go. Over there is the Venus Beach Hotel. I said the idea of these sort of videos is to show you, well, obviously Paphos, but obviously if you were then going to hire a car, or you've got a car here for some reason, that you would learn, I'm dying, excuse me, that you would learn your way around. Watch your speed along here, LaBouffe, again, the Gumbaros are about. There's the downtown Lidl. Hugely popular supermarket, very, very busy, good quality food and reasonable prices, because the prices of food in Cyprus are, well, very expensive.
Is it any Lidl in England?
There is Lidls in England, there's hundreds of Lidls in England, yeah. And Aldi's.
One more supermarket, Spar. You said Spar.
Yes.
I know that there is in Tbilisi, in Georgia.
Yeah.
That's
It's a
Spar.
global brand now, global. So this is the roundabout at the Aspire School. So this is a British private school, and it's called the Aspire. So lots of expatriate children go there from various nationalities, and Cypriot children as well, if they wish their children to speak English. That's the move.
Wealthy families.
Well, obviously
afford
wealthy
it.
family, yes.
Yes.
But you know, just so that people understand, compared to the school fees in England, where the average public school these days is somewhere around £30,000 to £40,000 and upwards, public school fees in Cyprus are somewhere between €7,000 and €10,000. So I'm not going to say that's cheap, but it is chump change compared if you want to put your child through a private school in England. This is the King Elephant Hotel, a 5-star hotel. If anyone's going to stay there, drop it in the comments and we'll go and have a good elephant around. What do you going to say, LaBouffe?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
I would like to ride an elephant.
Yes. So a little bit further along this road now, and we are going to take a right just after the kiosk, yeah?
Right.
So there's a big kiosk going to come up on our right hand side, and that's where we're going to turn right just after it, just after this kiosk now. So there's the big kiosk where you can buy all sorts of bits and bobs, sit outside and eat your ice cream or drink your beer. LaBouffe?
I've scared that man.
Well, it scared me as well, LaBouffe, to be honest. I think Versace Monsieur LaBouffe thought she was in Georgia. There we go. This is the Duckpond market.
Oh.
Right, so let's
If
get in
I'm
there.
lucky, what should you buy?
Well, If I'm lucky, nothing. Let's get in there.
If I'm lucky. If you're
Let's
lucky, if
park
I'm
up
lucky.
somewhere on the roof. Let's try not to damage my car too much.
Yeah.
Let's park there.
Mr. Paul, you don't mind. You can repair. The damaging is
I
nothing.
can repair it, but normally it's to get paid to repair it. If you're repairing your own cars, obviously you don't get paid to repair them, and they actually do cost you money as well. So that's not my
Let's
idea.
go and buy things. Let's go
Let's go and buy some
and
things.
spend your money,
Yes,
Mr. Paul.
yes. Right,
Yes,
come on,
yes,
Lebu.
yes.
We've got places to go and places to see. So we'd like to thank you for watching, and then we will reboot up with the Duckpond market. So, watching Receiver Lebu, come and say goodbye.
Thank you very much for watching. And I'm afraid the dust today, it's unbelievably. You can feel it on your skin and in your eyes. You know. Thanks for watching. Love you to bits. Many, many thanks. And see you a bit later.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for some more of our madness. That's where we're going next.